Hello and welcome to Get the Bag, Business Assets and Gains, where we talk to local businesses around the city about their journey, their successes, and some of their challenges. Today, it's about business. I mean business. We are here today with Michelle Jones of I Mean Business Laboratory.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am doing great.
Good,
and you?
good. I am so excited about today because we're going to talk about baby daddy tests and all the things, right? All the things, the fingerprinting and ID verification. We're going to talk about all the things.
Yes.
But before we get started, I always like to ask people who the person is behind the product or service. So we're going to talk about your business, but we want to know who Michelle is.
Michelle is a strong, independent woman who strives to do God's work and be a leader in her community, an asset to her family, and leave financial gain to her children.
It's all about family, community, and them coins, right?
That's right.
Okay, so let's talk about the services that you provide first. Let's just go through what I Mean Business is, the services you provide, and a little bit about who typically would use those services.
So, I Mean Business is a local drug testing company here in the state, the city of Indianapolis, the state of Indiana. We do drug testing for the Department of Transportation, DOT, and we also do non-DOT drug testing. We do I-9 verification, fingerprint, background checks, essentially your whole pre-employment onboarding process.
Okay.
In addition to that, we offer DNA services. We offer some phlebotomy services and CPR and first aid training.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't think I knew about the first aid and CPR training.
Yeah.
I didn't think I knew
we
about
throw that
that
in there every once in a while. But,
okay.
So that's what we do.
I know you talked about Department of Transportation and you talked about organizations, but do you offer individual testing? So can I walk in and say, hey, I'm trying to figure out if I have any siblings out here. Can you do a genealogy test, or is it, the DNA swab, send it in to the lab, to the
DNA diagnostics, and a couple of other labs that we partner with. Yes, how we do. So we do companies, individuals, courts, probation, mothers, fathers, parents in general to say, hey, I think my child may be, indulging in some substance of whatever. Can I bring them in to be tested? Absolutely.
Okay.
The courts, you have a individual that may be on probation and they have to find somewhere to go and get tested at. We, offer services to them as well. DNA testing, of course, fathers of children that want to be tested. Mm-hmm. We have grandparents that say, hey, I want to know if this is my grandchild. Can you do a test? Yes. And like you said, I want to know if this is my sister or brother. Can you do that test? Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. And then what made you get into this particular industry?
I have another business. I have a childcare business as well. So with that business, we were required to take drug tests.
Okay, let me back up. Let me back up. You said I have another business. We're not gonna skip over that.
Okay.
What's the name of the childcare business, just so people know?
Monkeys and Me Early Learning Childcare.
Okay, Monkeys and Me. I like that.
Yes.
Okay. So now we can
go back. Okay. So that was my initial baby. So with that business, via the state, we were required to take drug tests and background checks. So doing that for years and going into these places, there was always a sense of judgment, the poor customer service, you know what I'm saying? So it was like for years I was like, oh, I can't stand going to such and such a place,
right.
And I was just like, I'm going to be a solution to the problem. Like, and if they can do it, I can do it, So I done necessary research, and it was like I wanted to give people of all walks of life a comfort zone, a place to come in where there was no judgment, you know what I mean, regardless to what you were coming in there for, a place of serene, you know what I mean, where you can just come and let your hair down. Even though whatever your reason was for coming, I wanted you to leave that at the door and come in somewhere and be comfortable with
love that.
getting these services done.
What has been your toughest challenge in this particular industry?
Getting companies to see past the bigger Fortune 500 companies out here that have been doing this for decades, and getting them to understand that even though I am a small business owner providing these same services, that we follow the same guidelines, rules, and regulations. We offer the same quality services, just in a different environment. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that is different about us is the environment. That's been our biggest challenge, you know, is to get them to say, okay, let's give them a chance, you know what I'm saying, to be out here in this big world.
Got you. And then would you say that like your value, like why you stand out?
The thing that, and that's one of the things that separates us, is because at I Mean Business, we offer mobile concierge services, which is something that these other companies don't offer or was not offering at the time that we got started. And that is, we go to the employer. Say, for instance, a company may have an employer that has an accident or incident on site. And instead of them having to send them somewhere and lose that production time because of the time that it takes them to go out and get tested, we offer them that convenience of coming to their location and doing the test on site.
Nice. That's
so
nice.
It saves them on money. You know, it saves them on their bottom dollar, because there's been a change in the laws that where now if you have to go out to take a drug test, you still get paid for it. So if you're gone for 2 or 3 hours to take a drug test, and people, it really does take that long. Like some of these bigger companies, you're sitting there and you're waiting for hours. However, that individual still gets paid for that time. And not only does the individual get paid, but because you have to send a supervisor out with them as well. So again, we offer that concierge service to where we will come on site, you know, and it's a 15, 20-minute process, actually, and they're back at work. So, you know, it saves the company on their bottom dollar, like I said, and, you know, keeps the production going. So that's what sets us apart.
I love that. I love that.
And we offer that service 24 hours a day.
Really?
We do.
24 hours.
24
I
hours
can call you
a
in the
day.
middle of the night.
At an additional cost. But yes.
Hey.
At an additional cost. But yes, you can.
24/7.
24/7.
Now, does anybody else offer that kind of service?
I'm sure, but I'm not aware of who does.
We're going to say they don't.
They don't. They don't.
They don't.
No. No, ma'am, they don't.
They don't. So what has been your proudest moment, like your biggest achievement since you've been an entrepreneur, whether it's with I Mean Business, whether it's with your daycare, whether it's something else business related, but what has been like your proudest moment?
My proudest moment is working with the company and they say, we've never had anyone show up like this. You know, it's like, okay, we understand we have to go through this process. However, we're going to take the additional step to include you in this process. That has been one of my proudest moments. And another proudest moment of mine was I was designing our business cards.
Okay.
That's something I do as well.
Okay.
So
as a service.
As a service.
Okay. Business cards.
Let's
go back to the services you offer, because I want to know all the things.
So we do custom printing and so T-shirts, any apparel. We now have added 3D printing to our services. Like I said, we do business cards.
You do stuff like this?
We do.
Okay.
We do stuff like
All
that.
right.
So I was designing our business cards and printing them out, and my grandchildren was like, Nana, what are you doing? That's what they call me, Nana. And I said, I'm making business cards, and it had my name on it. And my second to the oldest grandbaby came up. She said, Nana, can you make one with my name on it? Because I mean business, and I want them not to play with it.
Wow.
So that was a proud moment of mine that they really take an interest
love that.
in what, I do. And they are interested in carrying this legacy on, and learning about it at a young age. So, I believe that this is something that is going to be family owned and operated for years to come.
A lot of times our kids and grandkids, they're not interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing. That's a blessing,
It
really.
is.
How has the community supported your business?
Well, I've just been getting support from the community. That's been a plus. Doing more networking and getting out there, going to more networking events. I've gotten more service contracts from the community.
Okay.
That have decided, okay, hey, this is one of our own. We're going to, utilize you, within our community. So it's been a big plus.
Okay, good. And we know networking is everything.
It is.
Every people. I don't think people understand how important it is to just go out and connect with people that you don't know.
And I didn't know for a long time. I did not. But when I did, I saw the difference. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, you can't say what the community's not doing if you're not
out there.
If you're not out there.
That's a good one.
So
can you look at the camera and say that again?
Yes. You can't say what the community is not doing for your business if your business is not out there within the community.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
So tell us where you are, how we can get in touch with you, all the things.
We currently have 2 locations. We are 46 in Keystone at 2201 East 46th Street inside of Refinery 46. Then we also are located at 3039 North Post Road inside of P30. Okay. So our business hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. However, we do offer after-hour services at an additional cost.
I love that.
Yeah.
You guys have heard it here. This is Michelle Jones with I Mean Business. I Mean Business. And again, you can reach her at IMBlaboratory.com on all social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram at I Mean Business Laboratory. Phone number 317-647-6878. All right, you guys heard it here. Make sure you connect with I Mean Business. Thank you for tuning in today to Get the Bag, Business Assets and Gains. Tune in next time so we can talk about what you can put in your bag.